Chris, who gets more of the credit for the Patriots getting to the Super Bowl this year, Bill Belichick or Tom Brady?
I think at this point, you've got to give Bill Belichick what they've done, not just this year, but this run of theirs has been pretty unprecedented in NFL history and just so incredible to watch. And I think, you look at, they get rid of Chandler Jones, they get rid of Jamie Collins, they lose Rob Gronkowski. I mean, any one of those things on top of the Brady suspension would have derailed most other teams in the league. And here they are as the favorites in the Super Bowl after rolling through the AFC. So uh, Brady obviously is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, if not the greatest quarterback of all time. I think there is an argument for him to be MVP this year, but what they've done as a franchise and what Belichick does from a personnel standpoint is just unbelievable. And again, now 2 weeks to prepare for Atlanta's offense. If any defense is going to figure it out, you would think it would be New England with that time.
Chris, you just said that Tom Brady is arguably the greatest quarterback of all time. If he wins this game coming up, he will be the first to have 5 Super Bowl championships to his name. Then what? Will that be enough to be the greatest quarterback of all time?
Well, for me, he's at the top of that list. I left it open in case anyone wanted to argue with me, but I think he's number one for me. I mean, there's obviously other guys that you throw in the conversation. Montana, I think Peyton Manning, especially with the Super Bowl win last year, even though he didn't do a whole lot in that Super Bowl game. I think those guys are in the mix. But for me, I think he is the greatest of all time. And again, so much of it is just longevity. This is not a 4 or 5 year window. It's not one season of greatness like we're seeing from Matt Ryan. It's over a decade now where he's been at the top of the league and been just an incredible quarterback. And you saw so much of what they could do Sunday was just Tom Brady being able to pick apart that defense. The Steelers kind of played soft zone coverage. They didn't come after him a lot. They sort of dared Brady to beat him underneath, and that's fine with him. He threw for 380 yards. So again, as we talk about finding the blueprint to beat Atlanta, I don't know that there really is one to slow down New England either, because who do you key in on in that offense? I mean, it's not like you have a Julio Jones in that offense. Julian Edelman's a very good receiver, but he's not your true number one, and Gronkowski's out. So they just keep plugging guys in and continuing to pile up yards and points.
So, by the way, if Tom Brady had gone to Michigan State or Ohio State, would he still be the greatest quarterback of all time?
I mean, maybe top 5 at that point. Probably dock him a little bit. But
yeah. Okay. Just checking.